It's cookie time, and of course, Girl Scout cookies sales begin here shortly. And we've been getting lots of requests for Girl Scout type designs. And one of the suggestions was the old standard love squared, but with the little symbol for Girl Scout cookies. And so in this video, we're going to show you how quickly and easily we can create whatever we want with the right know-how here in CorelDRAW, and of course with the right tools here in EasyStone to create the little Girl Scout cookie symbol for our love square design. So what we're going to do here is come in here to Google Images, and I just typed in Girl Scout, and this is the result that we've got, and this is the symbol that we want to make. And I want to show you how simple and easy this is. We're going to right click and choose copy image here from Google Images, and then we're going to right click and choose paste, and there is our little Girl Scout symbol. And then what we need to do is we need to convert this into a vector file. Now, sometimes I would take the time and trace over the existing design. It just kind of depends on the situation. In this case, this graphic is really not that bad of quality, and we can get the vector design that we need for our Rhinestone version of it rather quickly. So let's go to Trace Bitmap and choose Outline Trace, and we'll go Low Quality Image. I usually just kind of accept the defaults here for the most part, and we'll go ahead and select OK, and we will get a vector outline version of the design. Then what I would do is go ahead and grab my 2-point line tool, make a perfectly vertical line like so, and then what I would do is take that line and my Girl Scout symbol and center it up. Okay, so now that's been centered up, I'll grab my Smart Fill tool and I'll fill half of it. Okay, because this design is symmetrical from left to right, I'm only going to work on half of the design. Now I'll go ahead and pull this over here, and let's go ahead and flip this over and see how this is scaled in relation to our loves part of our design. And I think that is probably pretty good size right there in relationship to what we have there. So now it's time to convert to rhinestones. And of course, anytime you take a shape to convert it into rhinestones and fill it full of rhinestones, that's always the tricky thing to do. But let me show you the tools here in EasyStone that make it so much easier for us. So what we're going to do is take our design, and we're going to come in here to the Stone Fill tab and click on Island Fill. Now we already have our stone sizes set to SS10. So we'll hit Island Fill, and you can see what it does is essentially creates various offsets of the design. Then we'll go to our Stone tab and we'll add some stones, and you can see this is the result that we get. We'll go ahead and select that result. We'll go ahead and delete stone paths, check for spacing, and this is what we have to work with. Now you can see in this particular conversion, it doesn't look very good. What if we made a small change though to our original artwork? Is there something that we could have done differently? And that's what I want to kind of talk a little bit about, is can we do something different? So let's go ahead and take our artwork again, and let's just take a look. Sometimes it's helpful to simplify our artwork, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to just add some additional cutoff points. So like right there and right here, I'm going to add a couple of different cutoff points. So we're going to go ahead and use our Smart Fill tool, and we're going to fill in those 3 separate segments. So you can see that a little bit better. So this looks like a piece of bread, but watch the difference. If I come in here to my Stone Fill tab and I hit Island Fill, watch the difference in how it fills in. So you can see the result is definitely better than what we had originally. Now if I go ahead and fill in these as well, let's take a look at those. And this one, same thing. We'll take a look at adding some stones to it. So perhaps individually these can work better than doing it all in one piece. So let's see how we can clean this up. Let's go ahead and delete our stone paths and check for stone spacing. And all we have to do is let's just come in here, grab these stones. Let's go ahead and respace, make that stone even, and if we want to add a stone, we could at that point. Let's go ahead and take these stones and let's make them even horizontally, and that will make for a better layout as well. Vertically too, we'll go ahead and select these stones and respace them vertically, and these stones vertically, and these stones vertically. And so that's about as good a result as you can get given the shape that we have to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and select these stones, and I think I'll add a stone around that perimeter there as well. Let me go ahead and delete this one. So that takes care of the first piece. Now let's go ahead and take care of this bottom piece. Do the same kind of thing. We're going to delete our stone paths. We're going to check for any spacing issues that we have, and then we're just going to kind of fill in the blanks a little bit here. So let's go ahead and take these, respace those, take these horizontally, respace those, and then obviously here in the center we'll go ahead and just kind of manipulate these a little bit. And again, because we're only using one stone size, that's about as good as you get as far as shuffling those around. Now here in the middle, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to delete our stone paths and check for our stone spacing. And then we just kind of have to fill in here in the middle wherever we need to. So we're going to go ahead and take these around our perimeter. And I'm going to go all the way around back to this point here and hit respace. We're going to add a couple of stones. That will take care of some of those spacing issues. Go back, same thing with our next row. Add all those stones and respace those. Delete our stone spacing. Here, we'll go ahead and respace. Same thing here. Respace. So you kind of get what we're doing here. It's pretty straightforward. Just readjusting all these stones. We'll add a stone in here. Takes care of that. In here, I guess we will go this direction. And this direction. I'll delete those. Space these out. And let's go ahead and fix these. And now you can see that's all nicely filled in. So now it's just a matter of kind of pairing things up here. So what I'd do is I would delete any intersecting stones that I know will be intersecting. So we're just going to go ahead and anchor this one to here. And then same thing here. We know that these would be intersecting. So we'll delete those. And we'll come in anchor to anchor. And if you watched our baseball project video, you'll see that this really isn't much different. So again, we will take these stones around the perimeter and we will respace them. So a nice even spacing all the way around, like so. And then, of course, we have to mirror the design over to make it whole. And then we'll select the whole thing. We'll check our spacing. And then we have our finished project. So then we can go ahead and select this, change our stone color to emerald or whatever color green you want to use, add our weed box around the perimeter, and of course we would simulate our design like such. And if we want it to pop a little bit, what we could do is we could come in here, go ahead and select these stones, and let's just change a few of them. Tell you what, let's delete our weed box for the time being. It'll make it easier to come in here and select our stones. With that freehand pick tool here in CorelDRAW, very handy tool to use. And we'll come back in here. Once you get good with it, you'll be able to make those extractions and selections pretty easily. But you'd be amazed at how just by adding a contrasting color outline, how different you can make a design look and pop a little bit more on your shirt as well. So these two, we'll switch back to emerald. And there you go. So now we'll go ahead and come back in here and we will add a weed box again, and we'll convert all those to rhinestones. So you can see what a difference that makes. And then of course we can come over here to our simulated version of the design, and there you have your little emblem. So a nice end result, looks really good, and you can see it was pretty straightforward to do as well. So I hope you enjoyed this one and kind of understand the process a little bit better as far as creating a completely filled in, nicely filled in little symbol here for our love square design. Thanks for watching.